That was insane. To come back from 3-0 to 3-3 within the last, what was it, like 10 minutes?
20-ish,
20.
yeah, 15 more or less.
It's a good game.
That's crazy.
I'm not a big fan of Man City, so
Jeez.
I don't feel bad for them. I think that's just because everyone's a fan of them, so I'm like, I root for someone else.
Yeah.
Sorry to the Man City fans that want me to be friends with them. I love the team. I'm happy for you. You don't have anything like horrible against them. I'm just like, let me root for someone that doesn't have anyone that roots for them. Welcome back to our Champions League video. I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving if you're celebrating that currently. Also, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, comment, and turn on our post notifications. Check out our links in the descriptions for our other social media pages down below. We are trying to get to 500 subscribers by the end of this year. If we hit it, we will be doing a giveaway to 5 people instead of 1. So yeah, keep a look on that and please subscribe. Also keep a lookout for any other videos we have coming out soon. So here are what the tables currently look like. I'll give it a second. Read over these, pause it if you need to. And then here are the shocking teams. They haven't really changed, but we're going to go over it so you don't have to go find our other one a while back and rewatch it. So we have Stuttgart, Girona, PSG, and Real Madrid. Why do we have it in red again?
Because they are doing worse than what's predicted of them. I mean, you could probably see it from Girona's standpoint, but they've only won 1 game out of their last 5 in Champions League play, so that's not great. They're in 30th out of 36 teams, and they finished in top 3 for La Liga, top 3 or 4 for La Liga last season. To see them down in 30th isn't great. And then Real Madrid literally have the last spot for the knockout rounds right now. So that's also not great considering they won. Did they win last year or was it City? I can't remember, one of the two.
I feel like I saw a lot about Real Madrid, but I don't know if they won. Again, due to soccer. Leave it in the comment if you know. And then in green, we have Sporting, Aston Villa, Monaco, and Atalanta.
Yeah, and for me, the shocker from that is Atalanta, just because they are currently 5th in the standings right now, and I just never would have put them there to begin with. They've won 3 out of their last 5. They have 2 draws in their last 5 as well, and they only have 1 goal against them. So, yeah, shocking for me to see them up that high.
And then we have teams in the hunt. Any team with 9 or 10 points, particularly Leverkusen and Atleti.
Yeah, so we said Atleti last video again, but I mean, you just can't take away, especially with their scoreline from this week. I would definitely not be wanting to play them or Leverkusen, but Leverkusen is vulnerable in different ways. So, and it depends on other game results on wanting to play Leverkusen. So, yeah.
And then our teams to be scared of are Liverpool and Atalanta, and we'll tell you why.
So Liverpool is still undefeated in both Premier League and Champions League play. So I wouldn't even want to begin with that. And then as well, Liverpool has 1 goal against them, and they have, let me look here. They have 12 goals for them. And they have 5 wins in their last 5 games. So like undefeated still. I guess I kind of already said that. But and their atmosphere, I would not want to play them when they're the home team. Maybe away, maybe you have a better chance, but home, you don't have a good chance. And then for Atalanta, they are currently 4th in Serie A, so it is what it is there. But for Champions League, they're like Liverpool. They have 11 goals for them and 1 goal against them. So, and their atmosphere at home is really good as well. So it's scary to want to play against them as well. I hope Bayern doesn't play them at home. That's all I'm hoping for. Okay, but we are switching over to the Champions League scores, so we're kind of just going to run through all the games from this week. I'll touch a little bit more in depth about some games, but then we will just go over score lines for other games because it's just too many games to go a little bit more in depth about. Yeah. So first up, we have AC Milan with a 3-2 win over Bratislava. So Christian Pulisic actually opened the scoring for AC Milan in the 21st minute, so I was happy about that. I got my Christian Pulisic goal for the weekend. And then Bratislava had a 90th minute red card, so it didn't really have that much of an impact on the game besides them attempting to get an equalizer. Milan had 66 of possession and 8 corners, so they played pretty intense. And they got a win.
And then Atleti wins 6-0 over Sparta. Man City ties with Fener 3-3. Barcelona wins 3-0. Lille wins 2-0.
And then, of course, my team, Bayern Munich. We beat 10 men PSG 1-0. So Kim Min-jae opened the scoring in the 38th minute off of a corner from Kimmich. So Kimmich got the assist on that. That was Kim's first Champions League goal in his career, I believe. So that was special doing that at home for us as well. And then in the 56th minute, Ousmane Dembele received a red card. He actually accumulated 2 yellows, which automatically is a red. He received a yellow card earlier in the game, so that put PSG down to 10 men. And I have to say, I'm not really impressed by how we were playing. It just, at times it felt like we lacked creativity and ball movement, and we just made too many backwards passing for my liking, and I was just like, we need to move the ball up the field. We don't need to move backwards. We need to go forwards. Like, that's the only way that we're gonna do it. And then once we subbed on Michael Olise and Kingsley Coman, we looked like we were a different team. We played with a different intensity. I saw more off-ball movement and wanting to hurry up. So I was happy with that. But that's all I'll say. I'm happy about the win. Unfortunately, it was only 1-0. I would have preferred more goals out of my team, but game's the game.
And then Inter Milan beats RB Leipzig 1-0. Sturm beats Girona 1-0. Aston Villa and Juventus tie 1-1. And then Celtic and Club Brugge tie 1-1.
And then we have PSV with an amazing comeback against 10 men Shakhtar. And the score was 3-2. There was a red card in the 69th minute for Shakhtar. So here's my big thing. We have all 3 goals from PSV for this game were by USMNT's players. So I'm really happy about that. Malik Tillman scored 2. One was off of a free kick, and the other one was an absolute blast. I should actually show this rather than the other thing that we may or may not be watching. And then Ricardo Pepi got the game winner in like 90 plus 3 or 5, one of the two, to give the game winner to PSV, and all 3 of the goals were scored within like the last 10 minutes of the game. So an amazing turnaround for PSV and the USMNT boys, and Malik Tillman actually got man of the match, so happy about that.
And now Atalanta crushed Young Boys 6-1. Leverkusen trashes RB Salzburg 5-0. Stuttgart lost 5-1. Benfica beat Tinman Monaco 3-2. And Dortmund beats Dynamo, and Arsenal beats Sporting 5-1.
And then finally, we have Liverpool beating Real Madrid 2-0. This was my game to watch this past week if you watched our podcast video, our main one. So it was really crazy. I watched a little bit. I didn't watch the whole thing because Yeah, that's the whole thing. But the atmosphere at Liverpool was absolutely nuts. Like, the cameras were shaking at times during the game, and I was like, this is crazy. I'd love to go watch a game here. But Liverpool's goals were from Alexis McAllister and Cody Gakpo. Once they opened the scoring, I thought that they were not going to stop scoring, if I'm being honest, but they only ended up with 2. And then Liverpool had 63% of the possession and 8 corners. So they had a really, really great game. And Real Madrid just did not look like themselves. They looked like an absolute nightmare. And they're crumbling and falling apart this season. So, not great. Well, that's it. So,
good video.
Don't forget to leave a like, comment down below what you thought of the Manchester City game, or any other Champions League games this week. We're interested to hear your takes. Any hot takes, leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to check the links in the description to go to our other social media pages just to see what other kind of stuff and content we're posting. We have Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and Twitter. So there's links to all those in the description below. Don't forget, we're trying to reach our 500 subscribers by the end of the year. We have a month to hit it, guys, so make it happen so we can do that giveaway.